Alright, so today it's time for me to finally do a Dabi guide and tips and tricks of what you can do to, have a better experience with this character. Because like I said, a lot of people say it's mixed opinions on Dabi. People got him at low tier, people got him at mid tier. Personally, I would put him, if it was like a tier list, I'd probably put him like A plus, maybe A tier, but that's not really the point. Dabi got a buff as well, so I'm gonna go over that as well. Nothing crazy, but let's get straight into the Dabi guide and how to become a great Dabi player.
Ready?
Okay, so you guys might not know this, but this is actually super important, right? Is where you land with Dabi. If you have a Dabi on your team, same thing with characters that don't have great mobility, you want to choose places like Typhoon Zone and Fire Zone first. You want to land there first. Those are the best places for Dabi. And you might be, I'm pretty sure maybe people might not know that, but if you don't know that, then here's why. So when I use Dabi a lot of the times, right, and let's say there's other teams that spawn here in this location, it's always great because you get to run inside these buildings, right, and drop your traps, right? You get to stay here, get cover. If they're outside, they will hit the trap first, and you just get to play the inside game. Like, this is actually like his strongest play style is being in buildings and setting traps. You can do this in Fire Zone as well, inside buildings. So that's, super important for the early game. You want to land inside. It's just better for him. Number 2 is you always want to level up his projectiles first. Now, why I say is because it did just get buffed. So instead of doing 60 damage, he does 69 right now. But the tracking becomes better. It does more damage. So when it's lower levels, it doesn't really hit as hard, obviously, compared to the top tiers in the game. So you want to at least target these projectiles first, So I always go for these first, level his alpha skill up first. It's just better in the early game. And then you want to level up the traps. The traps are super important, man. They're super important. Not only do the traps, they hit people when they walk into it, right? Being traps. When people shoot projectiles, the trap actually takes the hit first when you're behind the flame in the trap. So you always want to do that. So for the most part, the firewall, you can level that up last. It does its job no matter what level. The ring just gets a little bigger, and then you want to throw your projectiles out. And then a reason why you want to level up your traps is when the opponent is down, you get to thirst them. When you thirst them, they die quick, what I'm saying? You put the traps on. Some characters don't have skills where they can instantly knock down an opponent like this, they just don't. But Dabi actually has the luxury to do that. So you definitely want to do that. Another important thing is there's some characters in this game, right? I'm obviously going to show a clip that can bust through Dabi's firewall, right? So what you want to do is, a lot of characters can, bust through it. So, for example, like Ida and Bakugo, with their beta skills, I believe, you want to set the firewall and then make a trap. And then you throw your projectiles. Because characters like Ochako and them, they can just spin through it. They will take the hit from the firewall, but, when she spins around with the car in her hand, she can still hit you, right? So, most of the time, you want to do the trap first, then the firewall, and then you want to blast your projectiles. Because if she hits the trap, she would get interrupted. Same with Bakugo, same with Ida, and other characters that don't have like any crazy involved frame skill like Momo. So yeah, you definitely want to keep that in mind when you're playing this character, Dabi, right? Especially out in the open field. Like if you're in the open field and people are shooting at you, you want to drop the trap first, stand behind it, throw projectile, firewall, and then you'll pretty much be a-okay. You know what I'm saying? You kind of want to keep that in mind. So that's basically the rundown of his skills in the early game and how you want to play him. Now obviously you got his auto combo, right? His auto combo only does 2 hits. It does 20, 29, and then 70 is the next hit. So 29, 70. Whoa, it hit 67 right there. Hold on, let me find out
Let's dance.
67. Okay, so it's 29 and 67. Maybe they toned it down and they didn't put it in the patch notes. But a lot of time when people get close to you, like Dabi's not really that crazy fighting people up close. For his projectiles, you kind of have to not aim. You can still aim and it'll still track, but when you get up close, you kind of want to do this. But when people are up close in your face, you kind of want to do the quick dodge movement. Get close, do like a one hit, get the stun in, and then knock them down for the most part. You want to do that, you know. Just, if you could just basically do the first hit, and then it'll continue the combo once he, you know, confirms, right? So that's what you really want to do with Dabi when you get up close. It's not bad, you know. So a lot of people don't use the auto combo in this game, but it's actually super helpful. So you get up close to somebody, you stun them real quick, bam, hit him with that. Bro took pretty much, what, quick math, 30, well 29, but 30, 60, and then you got 67. He's already taken over 100 damage doing that. So the last thing I want you guys to know is what to take to pick up with him. You want to pick up a rapid card. We already know Dabi is extremely slow in the game, right? He's slow. That's just how it is. So you want to pick up these rapid cards because why? They make you run up the walls. A lot of people can escape from Dabi, which is can be quite the downside too. He's not really great at chasing people, which is why I level up these first when people try to get away, because it becomes annoying, you know what I mean? But yeah, when they're running away from Dabi, right, you wanna, and they get on top of the buildings. I see you hit them, you crack them, they get on top of the building. So, where you going? I can literally jump up the wall, chase you, punch you down, hit you with the auto combo. So yeah, that's probably it. That's probably all you need to know. The firewall, like I said, it does its job. Blocks projectiles, and you could do this. But for people with armor skills, you want to put the trap first. Put some 2 traps, throw a projectile, put a wall down. And yeah, that's what you really want to do. And yeah, that'll be it for Dabi's guide. Like I said, not a too complex character. You guys already know his spectral action. It's not really that good. It can maybe catch people off guard who's thirsting for a shield. But other than that, it's just delaying your death for the most part, or delaying, you know, a rival for your teammates. So I guess it's kind of okay, unless they're not spamming projectiles at you. So that's pretty much it. That's the Dabi guide. I will be posting more Dabi gameplay, obviously, you know what I'm saying. And yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know if I missed anything and whatnot, and see you guys in the next video.
Not so long ago, there ain't nothing left. And your feelings now seeming so upset. Looking back now, wish we never met. In the mirror now, keep myself in check. Cause every time that I guess, living with the pain always stabbing my chest.